Red Cross prepares for potential effects of Hurricane Matthew. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
A younger son at age 25 from a heroin addiction. Our whole family brought us to our knees when we lost him. What I would like my question answered from Maggie Hassan: why are our families and our people sending their loved ones out of this state to get the help they need? She didn't see it. She didn't see the full force of this, the people that we were losing. In my whole heart, she hasn't done her job. And that's how I feel about it.
Hurricane Matthew is pounding the Caribbean, still hundreds of miles away from New England. It's trending north towards the southeastern part of the United States, but it's unclear if the impact will be felt in the Granite State. In the meantime, state agencies are preparing just in case.
For us up here, we're already into our 120-hour cycle where we start to call down our list of volunteers, making sure people are available.
If bad weather hits New Hampshire, it wouldn't be until the weekend. But the American Red Cross says now is the time to prepare. They advise people to stay informed of the forecast and have necessities in the house.
Just to make sure that you have a week's worth of medication set aside, that you've got a gallon of water for every person per day, to make sure that there's enough water to drink.
So if the worst does come our way, we'll be ready for it.
State leaders are monitoring the hurricane, working with Homeland Security and emergency management to make the appropriate preparations.
I've directed state agencies to start putting emergency preparedness measures into place. We will have a conference call about Thursday. That's when we think we'll have the most up-to-date information.
The Red Cross is also asking people to consider donating blood. Severe weather could cancel blood drives across the southeast.
Mobilizing this amount of people, and especially this swath of area being affected, it may need a lot of resources that the Red Cross uses, so donate if they can.
You can also download the Red Cross Emergency app. It is free, easy to download, and it provides important information whenever severe weather strikes. Reporting live in Manchester, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. How close will Hurricane Matthew get to New England is still in question. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Priority is not the safety and welfare of the patients at New Hampshire Hospital. For months, we've tried to warn her that they didn't have adequate staffing. Maggie Hassan puts politics over people.
And based on all of the different computer models, at least for the next 24 to 48 hours, you notice how well-defined the track is. Most of the computer models all agree in a north to northwestward motion between now and Thursday, right through the heart of the Bahamas as a strong Category 3 or 4 hurricane. Notice after that, a couple of models begin to pull off to the east, but many others work very close to Florida. That's why hurricane watches are in effect for a good part of the Sunshine State in the eastern half of Florida. Then, after that, it begins to churn a little bit more to the north as it's influenced by an area of low pressure building in across the northern tier of the United States. That will help to accelerate the storm and drive it off to the northeast. Exactly where that turn happens will dictate exactly where Hurricane Matthew goes. But latest projection from the National Hurricane Center drives it again towards eastern parts of Florida Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, early on Friday, and then right over the eastern part of the Carolinas, and then the turn out to sea to the east. Where will that turn happen? Right now, the odds favor it being along this line or to the east. That would mean very little effect on New Hampshire, some rough surf along the coast, and also possibly a few showers later Saturday night and on Sunday. It all depends on how this trough of low pressure, the jet stream, digs in towards Matthew Saturday night, and early on Sunday. Right now, it looks like it's more progressive, we call it, driving it from west to east. That would keep the storm out to sea to our east. If this tends to back down to the south, drives it up to the north, then of course we have greater impacts here along about Saturday night into Sunday.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Dunbarton Hooksett police searching for alleged jewelry thief. The Concord Regional Crime Line has issued an alert asking for the public's help finding a Manchester man accused of criminal activity in Dunbarton and Hooksett during the last 2 months, according to an alert. Jonathan Lacrosse, 20, with a last known address of Charlestown Avenue in Manchester, was arrested on August 20th, 2016 for felony theft by unauthorized taking. Police in Dunbarton alleged that he stole jewelry from a local home while he was doing work on it. When the homeowners accused him for stealing, he allegedly fled the scene and was later arrested in Goffstown, handed over to Dunbarton for possessing, and released on bail. But while out on bail, according to Sergeant Chris Remonder of Dunbarton Police Department, LaCruz was arrested by Manchester police on new offenses. He was released again, and while out, Hooksett police filed a warrant for disobeying a police officer. Dunbarton also filed the breach of bail charge. Romney, however, stated that LaCruz exact location is unknown at this time, and investigators are asking for help finding him. If you know where LaCruz or seen someone who looks like him, call the Dunbarton Police Department at 603-774-5500. The Hooksett Police Department at 603-624-1560, or leave anonymous tips with the Concord Regional Crime Line at 603-226-3100 by texting tip 234 and your message to crimes 274637, or by visiting ConcordRegionalCrimeline.com. According to posts online, LaCruz has been arrested a number of times, including for driving after suspicion and a breach warrant in Candia in August 2015. According to Forum, at 17 back in June of 2014, he was arraigned on a violation of protective order, according to New Hampshire Union Leader. He was convicted of reckless conduct and criminal mischief in 2013, but given suspended sentence. And here's what he looks like if you know where he is, or if you know him. This is a photo of him right here. Vice presidential debate, 6 moments that mattered. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Trivago.
We trust Hillary Hillary Clinton, my wife and I, and we trust her with the most important thing in our life. We have a son deployed overseas in the Marine Corps right now. We trust Hillary Clinton as President and Commander-in-Chief, but the thought of Donald Trump as Commander-in-Chief scares us to death. And I can't imagine how Governor Pence can defend the insult-driven, selfish, me-first style of Donald Trump.
Senator, you and Hillary Clinton would know a lot about an insult-driven campaign. It really is remarkable.
Do you want a you're hired president in Hillary Clinton, or do you want a you're fired president in Donald Trump?
I appreciated the you're hired, you're fired thing. Senator, you used that a whole lot, and I think you're running that use a lot of pre-done lines. His tax return, that showed he went through a very difficult time, but he used the tax code just the way it's supposed to be used, and he did it brilliantly.
How do you know that? You haven't seen this tax return. Stood on the stage last week.
And that's a little clip of the debate. Number 1, Kane tries out his lines. Number 2, Pence backs his running mate over tax questions. Number 3, candidates and crosstalk. Number 4, debate over insults. Number 5, Pence puts Russia on the table. And number 6, Kane impulls Trump is a fool on mechanic with nuclear weapons. Those are your 6 moments that mattered. Pence deflects Kane's rapid attacks in measure VP debate. Tim Kaine barely waited Tuesday night to launch into broad rapid attacks against Donald Trump in his second question of the vice presidential debate. Kaine jumped from defending Hillary Clinton's trustworthiness to slamming Trump for previously suggesting some Mexican immigrants are rapists and contending President Barack Obama was not born in the United States. Kid Kadu, time I fix me after checking into rehab for depression. Rapper Kid Kadu checked himself into rehab for depression and suicidal urges and posted a message on his Facebook saying, "I'm not at peace." Now let's take a look at your weather now. Here's a live look on radar right now. As you see on radar, we have a few clouds in New Hampshire for today. Now let's take a look at your weather on our weather system. Your weather on our weather system. Your wind speed peak is 2 miles per hour. Average is 0. Current is 0 in between west and northwest. Your temperature is 40 degrees. Humidity is 96%. Dew point is 39 degrees. Your forecast is sun. And your pressure is 30.18. Now let's take a look at the latest map of Hurricane Matthews and the track of it. Here's the latest track of where Hurricane Matthews will be going. On 2 a.m. Wednesday, it will be right here. 8 p.m. Wednesday, it will be near the Bahamas. 8 p.m. Thursday, it will be over here near Florida. 8 p.m. Friday, atop of Florida. 8 p.m. Saturday over South Carolina, North Carolina, and then 8 p.m. Sunday near Virginia and Delaware and all over here. That's the latest track and move of Hurricane Matthews. Now let's take a look at your next 7-day forecast. Here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. Your weather for today, bright sunshine, 69 degrees. And now let's take a look at that traffic. Here's a look at your traffic right now. We're seeing a lot of green roadways, and we have a few yellow areas and a few tiny red areas. Otherwise, your traffic is moving pretty good on your Wednesday morning. And that does it for the first edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Bye.